The Buzz, Australia's only live, interactive social media program on free-to-air TV, is proudly brought to you by Zetagrid, Australia's award-winning provider of on-demand IT infrastructure for businesses that want reliability, speed and flexibility.
Actually haven't even opened the lid of my laptop. Hello and welcome to The Buzz. Thank you for your company this evening. Time for us to stop using Twitter and actually start talking to you instead. Hello, Paul Cook.
Hello, Jason Jordan.
That's the name. Also, a big hello to Candice Barnes. How you doing, Candy?
Hello, I'm alone here for the moment. I kind of feel like a little bit old school with the radar behind me. Check this.
What exactly is happening there, Candice? What are we seeing?
We've got a low. It's quite a deep low hanging off to the southwest of the state, and there's some frontal activity associated with that. And as a result, we're seeing some crazy, crazy rains tonight, being Tuesday night, of course.
Do you reckon there's going to be any tornadoes?
Certainly not like this.
Sharknado. Check it out. This is
tornado's heading towards the airport. We need to destroy it before it gets to them. Watch out!
Can't just wait here and wait sharks to rain down on us. We're gonna throw bombs into the tornadoes.
It's too dangerous. Too many of them. We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Claudia, move!
I've got a really, really strong idea for the sequel.
Yeah.
I call it Sloth Thunderstorm.
Yeah.
But apparently it's been done before. As in thunderstorm, but with sloths.
Oh, okay, I see.
And
so it's slow thunderstorm.
That's exactly right, yes.
That's very clever, Jason.
Thank you. Sharknado, what I like about that is that, you know, we've had sci-fi shows in the past that have been total shit, but didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is very self-aware and knows that it is very bad and plays up on it.
Well, it's been a long time since we've had a real competitor for Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. And this might be up there. The special effects maybe look a bit too highbrow, but here's hoping the storyline is really crap and cobbled together, and we should get a really fantastic
B-grade movie.
It's got
absolutely nothing on Pacific Rim. Nothing at all.
Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But I just know, I can tell, having seen the Sharknado. Yeah. Sloth Thunderstorm. Just remember that one.
Let's just say, if it's something that is reinvigorating Tara Reid's career, then that kind of says everything you need to know about the movie, right?
Has she, you know, she had that really bad boob job. Has she had that fixed yet? Because that was horrible.
Well, there's a point where you can't really be fixed. I know she had some unfortunate liposuction issues as well back in the day. I don't know. Just go with what you got, everybody.
Yeah, completely agree. Now, apparently, Telstra is in the news at the moment as well because they've been spying on behalf of the United States, spying on Australian citizens and delivering the information directly to the US. What's that all about?
Telstra agreed more than a decade ago to store huge volumes of electronic communications it carried between Asia and America for potential surveillance by the United States intelligence agencies.
Why? How?
Who knows?
I mean, isn't that treason? I mean, you've got a corporate entity, which is a person, as far as the law's concerned, supplying information about Australians to a foreign power.
When this was signed, you have to remember too, Telstra was a majority government-owned organisation. So our government's gone, yeah, sure, we'll store the data on our own citizens. And I guess it was in the wake of September 11.
I find that irrelevant, though. You know, we weren't involved in September 11. So how on earth can the United States demand from us information about Australians?
We have a treaty with them, though.
Well, that is true.
It is. The thing is, what we have to remember in this day and age is that anything you send via electronic communication,
like this TV show,
is stored. And I would say, have you ever had a look at the apps on your phones? A lot of the conditions that comes with apps say that they can use the camera, use your microphone, get your contact data.
I can't even take the battery.
I can't without you knowing.
But if I can't take the battery off my iPhone, that means they could be watching me all the time.
Absolutely.
That could be quite embarrassing.
There is the future. Thank you very much, George Orwell.
I do a lot of toilet tweeting, so that, ooh.
Yeah.
Ew, gross.
Ew.
Yeah, all right. Now, if you were ever attacked by a bear, would you know how to respond? Never fear, the Buzz is here. We're going to show you.
According to experts, you should avoid direct eye contact with the bear. Don't run away. Instead, back off slowly. Wave your arms to let the animal know you're human. Don't yell. Stay quiet unless the bear attacks. Then scream and throw things at the bear. If the bear attacks, curl up into a ball on your side or lay flat on your stomach. And above all, stay calm. In Cranston, Julie Tremmel, NBC 10 News, the night team.
Now, there's a female journalist who is committed to her job.
Jason, one of the things I heard that when you are being attacked by a bear is to defecate yourself.
No, put your
bears
pants.
Don't like that. That's it.
Well, I tell you
yourself.
what, if a big bear was running at me, I probably would anyway.
You would, that's right. Made easier by the fact you're being chased by a big bear. However, I've always thought that'd be terribly embarrassing if you're wrong. Oh no, that's shark attack.
Yeah, but here's a solution, right? If it was me and you out there and a bear was coming at us,
yeah.
All I need is a good pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
You see, because I don't have to outrun the bear.
No.
I just have to outrun you.
You could probably outrun me maybe for the first 10 metres and then you'll be...
Yeah, be completely out of breath. Now, coming up is the Good Food and Wine Show. And I reckon what we might do is give some tickets away.
Ooh.
And we're going to do that by putting the hard word on a guest that we've got here. Candice Barnes, who's your guest?
Be gentle, Candice.
I haven't quite got him in a headlock just yet, but I've got with me Matt Stone, who's in town for the Good Food and Wine Show. And welcome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Very good. Now, you're a bit of a personality around town, given your association with Greenhouse and your past TV appearances. How's everything going?
Fantastic. The restaurant's busy. We've got lots of new projects happening, and yeah, life's good.
It's a very iconic building in the city there. So if people haven't seen it, what are they looking at?
A building that's productive. It's growing food, basically. So trying to really push the urban agricultural side of things and, you know, cooling down buildings by putting plants on the outside of them and so on and so forth.
Well, you do kind of split your time between Perth and Melbourne these days,
That's right,
which is, you know, nice for some, I suppose. But you're in town for the Good Food and Wine Show. And what will you be doing there?
Some demonstrations on Saturday and Sunday, some cooking, talking, getting around, meeting some people and sort of generally hanging out and having a good time.
Well, you're not just for the plebs, though you're a pretty approachable guy from the couple of minutes that I've spent with you. You're the lifestyle food chef's table chef.
Yeah, so I think we're doing some sort of private, well, not so private, but not for the whole event, sort of more exclusive, one-on-one demonstration and lunch sort of thing.
What do you hope people will get out of something like that?
I just hope to inspire people to be conscious of the food they're eating and to really think about it and, you know, focus on eating seasonal food and food that's around us rather than imported and just, you know, generally just caring about the food they're eating, I guess.
Speaking of like sort of caring about your food, now some people appear to kind of care for their food too much when eating it, spending a lot of time tweeting and Instagramming pictures of their food. Now, as a chef, how do you feel about that? Look,
it's 50-50. It's on the fence. Like sometimes it can be a good, if it's a good photo, it can be a good tool to, you know, get people enticed to come into your restaurant. But if it's a half-eaten dish, that's my biggest pet hate, is like something that's all messed up and looks horrible, and someone takes a photo and it doesn't look great. So I guess take the good with the bad, like anything, and, you know, on a whole, I think it's all right, but I'm guilty of it sometimes, not very often.
Does it detract from the experience of actually tasting the complexity of the flavours and...?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's a nice way for people to share with friends and family all over, you know, the country and the world what they're doing, and, you know, people get really excited by food these days. So it's a nice thing, I guess.
There we go, Matt Stone. Glowing endorsement for social media. Very important for the food sphere at the moment, and certainly something that the Good Food and Wine Show is doing. They're on Twitter as well, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in the Who to Follow segment. But you got some tickets for us.
I do, some VIP tickets and some general admission tickets.
Wonderful. So if you want to, you know, be a part of it, then hashtag the buzz, tweet in at us and tell us that you want these tickets, and maybe we might give some special consideration to those who are a little bit more funny or creative. But make sure you mention the Good Food and Wine Show. Thank you very much for joining us, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, delightful. Absolutely fantastic. It's just lovely to have you with us. Now, do you dance?
No, not so much.
Do you know what twerking is?
No idea.
Let's check this out.
Is it twerking? It's twerking, baby. Twerk me.
She looks like she's riding a horse. Yes, I see the interest now.
Ain't got no shame, honey.
Oh, I'm sure their parents are so proud.
Oh, golly! That's a little bit different from the stuff I used to do.
I could watch that all night. In fact, I think that should be an Olympic sport.
Old people looking at twerking.
No. Doing exactly what Candice Barnes is doing right now. Have a look at this. Hey!
That's not twerking.
Twerking involves the hips, doesn't it?
It's just your bum. Make your bum wiggle.
The bum wiggle. Yeah, closer.
Yeah, up and...
Oh, well, It's a good job she's good at doing app reviews.
Yeah.
You can't
My
judge a
clubbing
woman
days
by
are
her
over.
twerking.
No, that's true. All right. Now, Paul, every week we ask you what the best website in the world is, and you found another one to take the title.
Look, this one is for lonely hearts, really, because a lot of people who live by themselves have what in their life? Pets. That's what they have, Jason.
Pets. Okay. Right, I was going to say baked beans.
And when your pet dies, it can be devastating. So one of the things you can do is go online and post a memorial with other people about your pet. And you can put up some pictures, you can put up your favourite memories of this particular pet. Look, for instance, we want to look for a pet called Candace.
Gosh.
And see if there's one there. We can see.
Are you calling me a bitch?
Well, no, I've left breed on random, so it might be a cat.
Oi.
But okay, so there's no Candaces. Let's have a look at Lenny.
Well.
Candy, not Candace.
Okay, he only lived for 5 years. I'd rather get my brains blown out in the wild than wait in the terror at a slaughterhouse, said Craig Volk, whoever that is. And there's this little cat here, and there's a memory for him. You can put it up with your pet's name. So it's your pet's name.pet/memories.com. You put them up there. You can chat to other people. You can tweet it. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it on Tumblr.
Stupid website.
I think it's great. If you've lost a pet and you want to meet other people who are heartbroken,
do you know what the solution is here?
Through the pain, Jason.
The solution here is either buy a galah or a tortoise.
Do you know what?
Because they live to be like 80 or something.
Beyond you, that's right.
Yeah.
I put you up to the challenge, actually. When your dog, sadly, passes, I want you to chat to Matt to see how you can get it in the Good Food and Wine show as a recipe.
I'm sure they could make a nice casserole.
Or katsudon.
Oh, crikey. Moving right along. Candace, back to you. The election?
Yeah, just as well we're coming back to me. Geez, the quality of these jokes, guys, let me tell you. Analysts have warned Aussie politicians, and analysts from Deloitte no less, so we can actually believe them, that much of the election campaign will be played out on social media, issuing a stern warning to those, make sure that they brush up their skills in time. But of course there are pros and cons that go along with that. K-Rudd is generally accepted by a lot of people as a very savvy social media user, and earlier, late last week, he tweeted a selfie where he cut himself shaving and told the world about it and said, look, I'm about to go into a press conference, I'm human. It's kind of divided people a little bit. A lot of the people, the real people like you and me on social media are a bit like, oh, it's kind of nice that he's showing us a bit of himself, though it really drew a lot of criticism from the coalition, as you'd expect, who've since dubbed him in his selfie-snapping ways Kevin Kardashian. Now, tell us what you think about that. Hashtag the buzz. A little bit tasteless, I think, but still a little bit funny at the same time. Moving on, and here is one of the worst ideas that I've ever heard, but inexplicably there are thousands and thousands and thousands of US people and Canadians signing up for the idea. It's a social media experiment called Call in the Night, and the basic idea is that you're sleeping in the middle of the night and you've signed up for this service, and at some random point in time, hopefully in the middle of your sleep, according to this, you're going to receive a phone call. If you pick up that phone call, you're going to be connected to someone else who's also just woken up from sleep and has also signed up to this service. The idea is that you can chat about the dream you were just having to a complete stranger.
But Candace, I've called you quite a few times at 3 a.m. just to have a bit of a chat about the dreams that you're having. You never want to talk to me.
Yeah, the thing
is... Do you blame me?
That's right. The thing is, Candace, don't say anything, just breathe, is not what she wants to hear. Just breathe,
I do date a fireman. Oh, yeah, we're going to move right along from that one. A little quick tidbit before we move on. Gangnam Style, we know all about it. Apparently, it's a year old today.
Yay, happy birthday.
Imagine that, to Gangnam Style. Since it's been uploaded to the web, 1.7 billion views, and it's still growing. Something very impressive indeed. This video might not quite reach those staggering heights, but it is still worth a look.
What I like to do is start by just putting some hot water, squirting it onto my scalp. Then I just work the water up through to the ends of my hair. Then I take my no-rinse shampoo and squirt it also on the scalp, just a little bit, and rub it in. Again, kind of working it out to the ends. And sometimes I'll actually take my comb to help work it all the way to the ends.
The Buzz, Australia's only live, interactive social media program on free-to-air TV, is proudly brought to you by z03e18, Australia's award-winning provider of on-demand IT infrastructure for businesses that want reliability, speed and flexibility.